The official full-length trailer for Prehistoric Planet Season 2 just dropped. I'm gonna play you the trailer so we can be amazed by the awesomeness, and then we're gonna talk about it afterwards because there's a lot to be excited about. Here we go.
66 million years ago, planet Earth was ruled by dinosaurs, both majestic and extraordinary. The mysteries of their lives have been largely undiscovered. Until now. Join us for a journey like no other, where there's always more to experience and more to discover. Explore 5 new worlds filled with danger and adventure. This is Prehistoric Planet 2. Only on Apple TV+.
It's an awesome trailer, as to be expected, honestly, and my expectations for the series itself is also very high based on the first season. Last week, the topics/biomes for each of the 5 episodes was revealed. So the first episode is islands, second badlands, third swamps, the fourth oceans, and the 5th, everyone's favorite joke, oh, my favorite biome, North America. But there it is. I feel like that 5th episode is just a little bit of pandering, honestly. I feel like North America in prehistory just gets a lot of extra attention because that's where a lot of the most well-known, most popular, most mainstream dinosaurs originate from. So I feel like that's just something really easy for shows like this to hook into. And also, obviously, North America itself is a really big audience for this sort of content. I'm sorry, I'm calling them out. I think it's a publicity move, basically. Alright, but we're gonna be talking about the trailer, though. I just wanted to restate the episodes that we're going through. The first thing I want to talk about is one of the new dinosaurs that we're going to be seeing in this series, and that is Pachycephalosaurus. Now, the environment that we're seeing this first Pachy in is quite interesting because Pachy is on the poster for the 3rd episode, Swamps, and this doesn't really, like, the surroundings look very arid. It doesn't really evoke swampy feelings for me, but it is very possible that species appear in more than one episode. We saw that in the first season as well. For example, the T-Rex appeared in 2 episodes in the very first one, and I think it was the last one. Was it forest? Was it wetlands? I don't quite remember. But yeah, it doesn't necessarily mean that each species is really contained to one episode. It looks like Pachycephalosaurus might be making an appearance in Badlands because this feels a little bit more like that. Not quite, but more than a swamp. The next thing I want to talk about is this Triceratops scene. First of all, that Triceratops looks absolutely badass with like the nasal horn broken off, but these like super extended front horns. Like, I don't know what they're called. I'm sorry about that. I'm a bad dinosaur fan, Evo. But yeah, I'm really excited about this. We're going to be seeing like some dominance infighting in this herd of Triceratops. And as I saw this scene, what I was thinking of is just my excitement at seeing behavior like this, because we had Triceratops in the first season, but they played quite a passive role. We just saw them moseying through a cave system, nearly abandoning their baby and causing me eternal trauma. The baby was, for once, fine. But yeah, they didn't quote-unquote do much. We also saw a dead one being snacked on by a T-Rex. You know, we didn't really see anything spectacular with the Triceratops, one of the most iconic dinosaurs. So I'm excited that we're gonna be seeing a dominance fight, and it looks very bad. Look at the size difference between these two. We definitely have an underdog over here. And this actually takes me to one of the main critiques of Prehistoric Planet Season 2 that I'm seeing in my own comment section, which is that people are quite upset that the series seems to be reusing a lot of the same species that we had from the first season. It's mentioned as like cost cutting or whatever. People are quite critical of the returning species and that they would have rather seen new species. On one hand, I can totally agree with that because, you know, we're not seeing dinosaurs like this a lot, right? Prehistoric Planet is really unique in the quality of this show, and it would be nice to have as many species as possible showcased in this amazing quality, as opposed to something like Dinosaur with Stephen Fry. I'm never gonna let that go. But actually, seeing this trailer, what I was thinking mostly is that, you know what? I think it's really nice that we're spending more time with the same species, and we're getting to see different and, in a lot of cases, more exciting behaviors from them. It goes for the Triceratops here, but it also goes for the T-Rex that we're going to be talking about later. We have some adorable little sauropods, and whenever I see babies in the context of Prehistoric Planet, I get very nervous. There was a lot of baby murder in the first series, and I'm fairly confident that we're going to be seeing quite a repeat of that. So yeah, don't get attached to anything, to any of these cute little guys that you're seeing, because it's gonna be like 20% of them is gonna die, at least. But yeah, just like with season 1, they're doing the mostest in making the baby dinosaurs just look absolutely adorable and lovable, and we just want to protect them from harm as the whole world comes out to kill them. Here we go again with the cute babies. Like, come on, come on. That's hilarious. Bunk, 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 bunk. Oh, they're gonna die, aren't they? Here we see another new dinosaur to season 2. This is the Tarkia. I probably mispronounced that, but that's like a thing for me at this point. It looks like it's gonna be, oh, please don't club the babies to death. Please don't. Oh, God. This is an awesome moment from what I suspect is probably going to be my favorite episode, the Oceans episode. The oceans have always been a particular interest to me, and I think like, you know, Walking with Dinosaurs, the ocean episode was my favorite. In terms of like modern day documentaries, it's always the ocean content that I'm drawn to, so I feel like the Oceans episode for Prehistoric Planet Season 2 is gonna be my favorite. This is the Mosasaurus grabbing... I mean, it's impossible for me to really identify some sort of elasmosaur. But that's gonna be awesome to see it breaching. This obviously takes inspiration from great whites breaching to snatch their prey. Like, they see the prey swimming at the... like, near the surface, and then the predator just gives itself this boost of speed. It's coming up from below, and then it, like, total taking it by surprise, snatching it in its jaws, and then it breaches through the surface like this. Looks so cool. I'm really excited about that. Mosasaurus already had quite an exciting appearance in the first season, but I'm happy to see more action out of it. Let me know in a comment down below which episode you are most looking forward to. Oh, here's another example of a returning species that makes me happy that we are just getting a lot of returning species. Zalmoxis in the first season really didn't have anything to do other than look cute standing on a log and then get snatched up by, I think it was Hatzegopteryx? I think it was. It's been a while. It's been a year, literally. So yeah, I'm happy to see this little dude return and get a little bit more attention, get maybe something else to do. It looks like it's gonna be in trouble again, though. This does not look like a fun situation. So, I don't know, is Zalmoxis like the homalocephaly of Prehistoric Planet? Is that what's happening here? And the scene that the trailer ends with is gonna be a very exciting scene to see in the episode itself. Logically, I would say it would be in the Islands episode, considering that the first season started with one of the most memorable scenes of that show and one that had a high memeable impact, as in with the T-Rex swimming and, you know, the whole Hank being an amazing parent. I feel like it wouldn't be misplaced for a Prehistoric Planet Season 2 to also start with something in the very first episode that's really going to grab people's attention and really, you know, make them tune in for the other nights as well. But I don't know for sure. I don't know for sure if this is going to be the first episode or not. But this takes me back to my point that I addressed with the Triceratops as well. Tyrannosaurus Rex had 2 appearances in the first season, and they were very much the subverting expectations appearances, you know, of being, you know, just seeing it swimming along, being a parent, doing like a little bit of a mating ritual. I loved seeing that. I love seeing animals just being animals and not necessarily as these monsters that are constantly fighting, because they weren't. They were just animals. Having said that though, at the same time, I was also, I guess, I'm sorry, I have to admit this, I was also a little bit underwhelmed that we didn't get to see any real display of power from, you know, the powerhouse Tyrannosaurus Rex. So I'm glad that T-Rex is seeing a little bit of action in this second season. It is very possible that the T-Rex could be like, hey, I'm gonna not risk it, but I hope we're gonna see some action. I hope it's not just gonna be a little bit of a shouting match. Like I said, I appreciate seeing the T-Rex just being an animal, but I also kind of want to see it get some chomps in. I will be making more content about Prehistoric Planet. Until then, I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a like if you did. Thank you so much for watching, liking, subscribing, and until next time, enjoy the hype.